Well, that was the Prime Minister speaking at the G20 Cultural Ministers meet. But right now, we have some breaking news coming in. This is a very, very tragic news that we are gathering from the south in Tamil Nadu, wherein 10 passengers were killed as fire guts private party coach at Madurai railway yard. The fire took place at 5:15 a.m. and was put off at around 7:15 a.m. And this is a private party coach that was attached at Nagarcoil Junction yesterday. And the passengers in the private party coach have illegally smuggled gas cylinder. And this has caused the fire. This is the particular information we are gathering. The reason of this fire, and you can see the visuals on the screen right now of the fire, which was very massive, a fire that broke out, an unfortunate incident definitely, and many passengers had got out of the coach noticing the fire. And right now we have been learning that 10 are so far being reported to have been dead from this accident, and 10 lakh compensation has been announced to the deceased family members. And let's have a look at this particular reaction we have received on this story before we delve deeper into the particular case.
Today early morning by 5:30 there was a fire accident in a coach which was halted here at Madurai railway station. The pilgrims, they were travelling from Uttar Pradesh, and this coach was halted here by a train from Nagarcoil to Madurai, and it is supposed to halt here for 2 days. So some 55 passengers plus 8 helpers have been travelling, it seems. And today morning when they tried to make coffee for them, when they lighted the stove, there was a blast of the cylinder, it seems. And due to this there was a casualty, and others were rescued. Some 55 people were rescued, and as of now we have retrieved 9 bodies from inside the coach.
Well, 55 bodies rescued and 10 reported to be dead right now. And well, that is the death toll right now, but you can see on the images the kind of rescue operation, the kind of fire dousing efforts that had taken place at this spot. And before I go further into this conversation, we do have 2 helpline numbers that we are constantly flashing on our ticker right here, and do take note of that helpline number. This is for anybody who has any information, they can contact on these numbers. And well, we do have Purnima Murli joining us on the broadcast to give us more details on this particular incident that has taken place. Purnima, a very good morning to you. Well, quite a tragedy has occurred in Madurai. We can see the scale of the fire, the massive fire that had broken out. Firstly, what are the details that we are gathering? Because we know that the fire was caused by some illegal gas cylinders that were illegally boarded on the train.
Absolutely. This is a private party coach that caught fire at around 5:05 a.m. today. Half an hour later, rescue efforts began, and it's around 7:15 a.m. it was put out. What we are getting to understand is that this private party coach that started from Lucknow on the 7th of August, and they were all set to reach Chennai. In fact, this was one of the coaches that was attached in the train at Nagarcoil Junction, and was in fact closer to the Madurai Junction when the incident took place. Southern Railways has confirmed that they had illegally taken the gas cylinder inside the compartment, and when they tried to make something in the wee hours of Saturday, fire broke out. While many passengers tried to, in fact, get down, there were a few of them who were trapped inside. At least 10 feared death. 20 others are injured and undergoing. These are the information that we've got from officials, including the district collector so far. And this treatment is going on. 20 others critically injured at point in time.
Right. Purnima, also, what all have the do we have any comments from the authorities? We saw one particular reaction that came in from the DRM, but any other reactions that we are getting from any authorities regarding the incident for now?
Well, in fact, the Southern Railways had also put out a statement, and the statement also spoke about how this was a private party coach and the Nagarcoil Junction yesterday. And it was detached from the train, and it was kept at the Madurai Speedling line. And they said that the passengers in this particular coach had illegally put gas cylinder, and it was the cause of the fire. Passengers had in fact got down the platform itself. Statements that the survivors had released, narrating what led to the fire accident in yesterday.
Right, Purnima. Also, since we are discussing the topic of the reason behind this particular fire breaking out, this is not the first incident. Yes, definitely one of tragedy for sure, but this is not the first such accident that has taken place on a railway in the recent times. You know, if we are to discuss about the lapse of security as to why were these people able to sneak in 5 gas cylinders in the first place, where exactly are we lapsing with security on train?
Absolutely, this is how they managed to get the gas cylinder inside a compartment in a coach. What were the security lapses that led to the fire? That will be investigated, because they said that the reason for the fire that happened earlier today at the Madurai junction is primarily because of the illegal smuggling of gas cylinder. They tried to make coffee or tea in the morning at around 5 a.m. That's when fire broke out in that particular compartment, and that's the reason why at least 50 of them were trapped, while many of them tried getting out of the train. So how did the officials allow the gas cylinder to be carried by passengers? That and other security lapses will be investigated going forward.
Right. So, for now, has there been any trace wherein the police has tried to trace it to a particular person as to who all were responsible behind these gas cylinders being on the train in the first place?
Well, that is currently being investigated. At the moment, Southern Railways also mentioned that the cause of fire was only because of the illegal smuggling of gas cylinder. How it was brought inside the compartment and the details that is currently being investigated. Remember, 10 of them feared death so far, 20 of them critically injured. Their identity.
Right.
Be investigated.
Right, Purnima. Purnima, there is some disruptions in your connection. We will try to connect back with you. But right now, we also have Mugilan, who is joining us on this broadcast. Mugilan, a very good morning to you. Well, definitely a very tragic news that has surfaced from Madurai right now. What are we learning from the ground about the situation that exists there right now?
Definitely, this tragic incident has happened in the early morning. 1 kilometer away from Madurai Junction is what we are learning from the railway officials. And this is the Bharat Gaurav Express. It's a private operated rail service from UP to Tamil Nadu. That is from Lucknow to Rameshwaram is what we are initially learning from the officials. And the passengers who have travelled to Rameshwaram were travelling back to Chennai. And on the way, the 2 coaches were parked near the Madurai yard. And today, according to the officials, they say that the passengers in the particular 2 coaches were carrying LPG cylinders along with them, and they were cooking. That is, they were making tea inside the coach, and that is when the accident has happened, is what the officials are telling us now. And this incident, 1 coach has been completely burned down, another coach has been severely damaged, and in this incident 10 people have lost their life and more than 9 people are being treated at the railway hospital here in Madurai. And the railway department has also announced compensation of 10 lakh rupees to the family members who lost their beloved ones. So as per the initial information, what we are learning from the railways and the Tamil Nadu Railway Police is that the passengers have illegally smuggled in the LPG cylinders and they were cooking inside the coach is what we are learning, and that is the reason for the fire accident also. And in the visuals also, we could see the LPG cylinders and particularly potatoes and even wooden locks were found inside the coach, and that also has been recovered by the railway police. And the railway police and the district administration have started their investigation.